We go live real quick. Just want to tell everybody, have a happy new year. Now I know for not everybody, it's not New Year's yet, but it's going to be the year of the FOXBODY and the Mustang in general. I'm telling you guys, we got some big stuff planned coming up for 2023. It's all going to start with Andrew's car, which will be here, I don't know, here in probably about 2 weeks. Happy New Year, Brian. So we will have Andrew's car over here. It's coming soon. And we're going to basically restore that car. If you guys remember what's going on, Mustang guy. So look, remember what we did with this car. We're basically going to do the same thing with Andrew's car. It's coming. The beautiful carbureted black and silver. I made it to a live stream. Glad to have you, David. Yeah, Happy New Year, everybody. This is 2023 is going to be, well, the year of the Mustang. I'm telling you, this car right here, guys, as you can see, look, we've got made some progress here. You know, go Dogs. Yeah, as you all know, I'm a Georgia Bulldog fan. Whew, that was a close one. If you guys watched that game, we probably didn't deserve to win that game, but we did. But that's not what this is about. Look, 2023, right? We're going to do some things a little different. I really want to help motivate everybody. Doing what we do, loving cars, working on them, turning wrenches is not an easy thing. And I want to remind you guys of how to stay motivated, how to keep going when times are tough, right? Just like that game that we watched today. If you guys watched football, both games today, you got to stay in the game, okay? That's just all there is to it. And it's the same thing with these cars. Let me tell you guys a story real quick. Okay. This car over here, and I've got a video coming out, so I'm not going to give away everything. This car over here has made me almost pull all of my gray hair out. Something so simple as an alternator change turned into a nightmare job. Guys, I'm going to be honest with you. I wanted to just throw in the towel, say to hell with it. But that's not what we do. We can't do that. That's not who we are as car people, right? You know, we face adversity all the time when it comes to these damn things. You know, either it breaks down on you or you got a project car and maybe your money kind of runs out, but you find a way to make it happen. Listen to me. This one right here, whew, it's been rough and I still got some stuff to do. 2023 is going to be a little different. I'm going to show you guys one more restoration. We're going to do Andrew's car. And I'm going to show you how to push through, how to persevere, and not give up. Listen to me. This shit is important. You're going to hear me talk about it all year, okay? It's going to be dedication. It's going to be passion. All that type stuff is a big thing. You have to have it. None of this feeling sorry for yourself. None of that crap. Okay, you got to get out, you got to turn some wrenches, and you got to make life happen. Look, here's the thing that I want to remind you guys of. Nothing is ever easy in life, or it shouldn't be anyway. If it's worth working for, it's worth getting after it, okay? And that's what we're going to do. Now, 2022 was, that was a little bit of a doozy. But we got a lot of stuff accomplished, and we're not done yet. So just hold on. Now, I will go ahead and tell you guys this ahead of time. There probably won't, more than likely, there won't be a new project on the channel. Just for the simple fact of this right here. Let me show you. We don't have any room, guys. I know you guys would like to see a new project car, but we're out of room. So, you know, we're going to do Andrew's car, and we're also going to work on the Calypso a little bit. Now, there's been some questions about my dad's car over here. And to be honest with you, I don't know at the moment what we're going to do with this thing, but it is still here, and we're about 80% done with it. So, let me show you guys what we've done with the 65. Now, I'm going to do like a, not a recap, but an update video on this car. But check this out. And you guys will know the importance of this. Watch. What? We have a functional door. Not two, but we got one functional door. So I've been busting my ass on this car trying to get it to where To be honest with you, I'd like to take it to Ford Takeover, but I don't know if that's going to happen or not. So for 2023, what would you guys like to see? You know I'm going to motivate you. You know we're going to talk about this stuff. And like I said, I'm going to show you one more time what it takes to make this shit happen, okay? Door guts, yes. Mustang guy, trust me. You probably know about this, but those doors are no joke right there. To swap everything over to make these doors work is, it's a nightmare. But we are getting there. We still do have to do the freeze plug in this car, get that knocked out, but the engine's running great, no issues there. And I've started welding in some stuff back here, and then I ran out of gas. That's usually what happens, right? Yeah, it is a pain. So with that being said, Happy New Year, everybody. Bama 5.0, your car, listen, I don't know if you know this or not. So I'm sitting here. So let me clarify. So Bama 5.0 actually lives like right down from me, a few miles from me. So I'm sitting here in the shop a few days ago, and I hear something start up. Now, let me show you. Right outside of this window over here there's a gas station about, I don't know, maybe 300 yards. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, I hear a FOXBODY. This thing sounds good. You can tell it's got tailpipes on it, so I'm assuming it's an LX. There's a difference between the way an LX sounds and a GT sounds with tailpipes. So I'm like, this is an LX. I'm like, this thing sounds pretty good. I wonder who that is. So I go over here to this window over here, and I look out, and let me show you guys. This is the narrow window, literally, that I have. Watch. See the cars come by there? That's all I had to look at. And I see this red notch. I'm like, it's Bama 5.0. I knew it was. That thing sounded good, by the way. But I hear that all the time. I sit here in the shop, and I can hear all this crap as it comes by. Most of the time, it's just usually some redneck, loud truck with straight pipes and shit like that. But I actually got to hear a nice sounding FOXBODY. What's going on, Fat Boy? Man, I hadn't seen you in a while. Fat Boy Fox, what's been going on? Hell yeah, take it to Ford Takeover. I might do that, actually. Full FOXBODY restoration video will be cool from interior to engine bay. We're doing all of it. Guys, we're going to do every bit of it. Now, we've done that. Andrew actually called. But we've done that before, but this time it's not going to be my car. So it's going to be a little different. So the way that I do things is going to be a little different this time, because Andrew likes to do things differently than me. So I got to play by his rules. I'm going to put my spin on it, of course. We're going to try to knock this thing out, but we're not going to try to knock it out in record time, okay? That's the thing. I'm going to try my best to slow down and really show you guys the ins and outs of what it takes to get these things on the road and get them restored. Now, none of my cars are fully restored, like concourse type stuff, you know, obviously. But to get your car from looking like this right here to something you can drive, that's always been my goal. So we're going to focus on that in the upcoming year. Only 50 people in here. Do a merch giveaway. Yeah, we can do that. Let's see. Let's do a hat. Let's do a hat, guys. Let me set this. Oh, damn, my arm's getting tired. Let me set this down over here. Hold on just a second. All right. Let me get something to sit on, because I'm old. All right. Okay. Let's do a merch giveaway. So we'll do a hat, and let's do hashtag brutal. I don't think we've ever done that before. So we'll do hashtag brutal, and we'll give away a hat tonight. How about that? Hey, 57 people in the house, you got a good chance of winning, okay? And I'm pretty sure my wife is watching right now. I kind of snuck this live stream in on her. But while you guys are doing that, I want to go ahead and talk to you about, you know, what this channel means to me. You know, when I first started this channel, you know, I didn't really have a clear direction. And then we did the FOXBODY thing. We covered Andrew's car, and everybody seemed to like it. So I was like, well, you know, I mean, I love FOXBODY, so let's pursue that. Well, since then, I've noticed that I have a different way of doing things, and typically it's frowned upon, if I'm being completely honest with you. The way that I do things is not the way that most people do it. You know, I'm more of the type of guy that just wants to get something running, get it looking good, and drive it and enjoy it, rather than it sitting on jack stands forever or stacking parts. So this channel means a lot to me because I want to encourage you guys to get whatever project it is you have running. That's the whole goal here. This channel means a lot to me because I've seen a lot of you come up to me and you've said stuff like, I've got my car running after so many years. That is what motivates me, and that's what keeps this channel going, okay? All right, well, we'll go ahead and let Miss Brutal pick a winner. So we'll let her do that, and you guys will get a free hat, okay? I'm not going to let you pick a color. I'm just going to surprise you on it. How about that? So I'll surprise you on the color, and if you'd like, I can sign it. It's completely up to you. See, this is what I'm talking about. Jason Alexander says this right here. I need to get my Terminator X. Yes. So that's important to me. Guys, look, we're only on this earth for a very short period of time. And I want to make a difference. I want to inspire people. I think it's good because, especially like if you have kids, it's good for them to see you, passionate about something. And it's good to see you, persevere through all of the little issues and everything else in life. And family and just friends, anybody. It's good for people to see that. There we go. So Dennis Twitchell, you are the hat winner. All right. So Dennis, here's the deal. Email me tonight at brutalvlogs@gmail.com, and we'll go ahead and we'll get you hooked up with a hat. I'm not going to tell you what color it is, but you can tell me if you want it signed or anything like that. It's completely up to you. So congratulations to Dennis. But what I'm trying to say is, so many times we worry in life about what people think of us and the way we go about doing things. And something that I have learned is do your own thing, right? Don't answer to anybody else. We're all different. And I am not a perfectionist. I'm not, somebody that's going to take these cars and completely restore them. I'm probably not going to do things the way that you want them done. But here's the thing. There's always an audience out there for whatever it is that you do. So I understand that it's not for everybody. But guys, I just want to remind you that that's what we do here. We're here to inspire and encourage you guys to get your shit off jack stands and get it working. But here's the thing, it's not just that. It's bigger than that, right? We have families, we have jobs, we have everything else going on in life. And I want to remind you guys to push forward on anything and everything that it is that you do. Never give up, okay? Times get tough sometimes. They got tough for me a little bit this year, for sure. But we pushed through, right? And I think this year, is that right? Well, it's not this year yet here, I don't think. I don't even know what time it is. But 2023, we're really going to focus on that, okay? Happy New Year, man. Yeah, this is motivation, Lewis. It's so important. Pretty cars and fancy videos with music and stuff like that. That's great. And sometimes that helps deliver the motivation. But ultimately, it's just, I say it so much, and I swear to God, I wish you guys can understand it's all mental. Every issue that you have in life and how you deal with it, it's all mental. You get to decide what bothers you and what doesn't bother you, right? And sometimes, I want to say this. Let me turn the camera around. Sometimes with these cars, you need to let it bother you a little bit. It needs to eat at you. It needs to keep you up at night to where you can't sleep. And then you go out there and you fix whatever the problem is, right? In life. It's that way for everything. Same thing, this car over here, this thing's been a nightmare. It's kept me up a lot at night and thinking about how I'm going to go about fixing this thing and, how I'm going to present it to you all. But it's what we have to do. Ultimately, though, it's to me, it's about how you finish. And yes, this car's not went as quick as everything else has on the channel, but it's also, not a Fox body, and we mainly do Fox bodies on this channel. But I'm going to see this thing through to the end. I promise you guys. And there again, this is just another level of motivation. We've managed a lot. Now, for a lot of you guys that are new to the channel, you might not know the humble beginnings that we had. We started in the garage back here, and the Retro Fox is up there now. We actually built the Calypso in that garage. And to be completely honest with you, I wouldn't I wouldn't do it again unless I absolutely had to. That was we really pushed hard that year to show you guys. I say we, me, and Andrew. We pushed really hard to show you guys that we were who we said we were, and here we are today. We've got a shop, and hey, Dennis has already messaged us. So Dennis will get that hat out to you Monday, okay? But we pushed hard to prove to you guys because I think it's important. I really do. And, it is what it is. I mean, this is not the biggest and nicest shop, but pushing through and having you guys support is what's built this. And I'm very grateful for that. I don't mention it enough, but you guys have allowed all of this to happen. So huge shout out to you guys for that. So Mustang Guy 6501 says, hopefully we can get the fastbacks together one day. Man, I hope so. I really do. What do you guys think about that? What do you think about taking the 65 to 4 takeover if it's ready? I don't know that it will be, but would you guys be okay with that if we took this thing and maybe, we had some body work done to it, we had all the glass in it? Would that be acceptable? Because I'm really proud of this car. This car means a lot to me. If you guys don't know, I drove this thing in high school, and I'd like to bring it and show you guys what it is that we've done, if at all possible. If not, we'll take one of the other Fox bodies. Yeah. Okay, so Dennis agrees. Jason. Cool. So we might do that. We may just take the whole 65 and just have something different. It won't be completed. I'll go ahead and tell you guys that. This is probably going to last through the end of the year before we even remotely get close to interior work on this car. But little here, a little there, right? Full send patina. Now, that's actually a good idea, Gabe. So more than likely, the way you'll see this car is in primer if we do bring it. But I like that under construction look. Now, we are going to have some wheels and tires on it, guys. I'm going to go ahead and tell you, here's my thing. I got to have wheels and tires on whatever it is that we're doing. I don't care about paint. That doesn't matter. Wheels, tires, and stance. I've said it a million times. If you want your car to look good, you want it to turn heads, that's the way to do it. It's not pretty paint. Wheels, tires, and suspension. We'll all fly or drive you home. Yeah. Hey, man. Okay. No. Big Fox 302. I appreciate what you're saying. Don't please us, please yourself. Thank you so much. But at the same time, I want to know what motivates you guys. If seeing something like this would motivate you, then that's really what I want to do. If everybody says hell no, then I'm not going to bring the car. I mean, if I wanted to bring it bad enough, yes, of course I would. But your opinion matters. I mean, it really does. If you guys want to see it, we can bring it. Or if you don't, we can bring another car. So Mustang Guy 6501 says, I'm trying to get my driver's quarter so I can get my body solid. Yeah, man. So Fox City says, just bought a second Fox body today because of you, Brutal. It was great meeting you at FTO 2022. Awesome. Now, guys, I do want to remind you of this. Be careful with owning too many Fox bodies. Depending on what type of personality you have and what type of person you are, sometimes owning too many of these cars can be a bad thing. I'm not necessarily speaking to you. I'm just saying in general. Be careful of that because, for me, if it wasn't for the channel, if I'm being honest, I would not have this many Fox bodies. That's important. As much as I love them, it's too much. It really is. Now, the channel itself, it keeps content flowing and it works. But as an individual, me personally, I would not own any more than 2 Fox bodies. I'm just being honest with you. One is perfect because I have to split the love, right? I have to share all of this love amongst all of these cars, and now the 65 as well. So it can get overwhelming, but 2 is a good number. Well, all right, guys. Look, I'm not going to hold you all up. I know there's not that many of you, up and about, and they're shooting fireworks out here right now. 2023, be ready. Be ready. We're gonna have probably a lot of videos with my hat turning around backwards, and I'm gonna start getting at people. So, going to be a little more little more real, I guess. Not real, that's a bad word. But we're just going to put things out there the way that they are. Okay, the way I feel about things, I think it's important that I let you know this is how I feel. No more sugarcoating things just to make people happy. Not that we've done a lot of that, but next year is just going to be a little more raw. I want you guys to know what drives me and what motivates me. We've accomplished a lot on this channel, and I want you guys to get a little bit of that too, okay? Even if it's not to this level, or even if it's more, still and yet, it's important to me. I've had people in my life who've really encouraged me and given me motivation, and I know that so many of you just didn't have that opportunity. So I'm here for you. Are you talking about F-bombs? No, I mean, I'm going to try to keep it as PG as possible. Guys, I curse a lot, just so you know. My wife gets on to me all the time. I have to really monitor myself whenever I'm doing, especially on a live stream. No, I'm not going to cuss a whole lot, but at the same time, I'm just going to get after people. I don't want to hear I can't. It shouldn't exist in your vocabulary, if I'm being honest, for the most part. I mean, there are exceptions to everything, but I mean, it's what we got to do, right? I mean, like I said, we're only on this earth for a limited amount of time. You need to affect as many people as you can in a positive manner. And here's the thing, guys. Sometimes you don't even know that you're affecting people. You have no clue of what you're doing, how it affects somebody else that's watching you, right? You got somebody like behind a bush, right? That's just kind of like peeking out and watching you, but you have no clue of it. But what you've done is you've inspired them. I know throughout my life, I've seen a lot of different people that had no clue that I was inspired by what they did. But they did. They inspired me. And I think that's a good thing, and that's what I want to encourage you guys to do. It's not only about me inspiring you, it's about showing you how to push through and do the things that you want to do so that you can inspire somebody else. That's what we're gonna focus on. Let's see. Question. I got a original 93 Cobra hatch with a glass. What do you think it's worth? An original 93 Cobra hatch with glass, man, I don't know, but I would think that could go for a lot. And here's the reason why. Welcome, Dennis, to the GT package. So anything original 93 Cobra is going to go for some decent money. Now, here's why I think that hatch is probably worth a pretty penny. Now, if you guys don't know, which I know most of you do, your 93 spoiler does not bolt up in the factory location. So let's say you've had somebody that had a 93 Cobra and they wrecked it. The hatch was messed up and you go get a hatch off of a GT. Yes, you can pull that off. It can be done, but you got to fill some holes. We're actually going to have to do that with Andrew's car because we're putting a 93 spoiler on his car. Well, Happy New Year! Wife just come out. So yeah, for those guys with an original Cobra, that's actually a big thing because you don't have to cover holes, you don't have to drill new holes. I don't know, man. Put that thing on eBay and name your price. You get me pumped, broke Dave, man. You guys get me pumped. Look, sometimes we just got to get on here and ramble, right? Sometimes we just got to say whatever. And this is one of those live streams. I know, like, next year is going to be different. Or should I say this year is going to be different for us. We're not building a new car that I know of. I mean, we may run across something, but honestly, I just don't need another car. But I still don't feel like my message has come across the way it needs to. So this year we're going to really, really focus on that. But you guys inspire me with, watching the video and supporting what it is that we do. I mean, honestly, everybody says it, but without you guys, we wouldn't be. No, seriously. Without you guys, if you didn't watch this channel, what the hell would it be? It'd be nothing. It'd be me posting videos to freaking outer space. I mean, but you guys are watching them, and I know that they're helping. And that, in turn, really inspires me. I mean that. It does. It keeps me going. All these rambles and everything else that I do. Merry Chrysler. Happy New Year, man. Happy New Year, everybody. 1 a.m. in Cincinnati. Yeah. You guys are... What's funny is Georgia the Georgia line is literally 10 miles, maybe not even that. Yeah, about 10 miles that way. And the Florida line is like 15 miles that way. So, yeah, I grew up in Georgia. So, yeah, it would be definitely have already been New Year's for me. All right, guys, look, I'm not going to hold you up much longer. I just wanted to let you know that we've got some big changes coming. Oh, and also, I think we're going to go to 2 videos a week for right now. And just so you guys know, I don't know if it's been put out yet, but I have talked with another person, and we have pretty much agreed to try 2 videos a week. Now, if that bombs, we're going to have to pick back up to 3 videos. Now, can we be real for a second? Okay? Let's all just be adults here, and let's talk about the facts. YouTube generates money, right? I love what I do, but I couldn't do 3 videos a week for free, right? The level that I'm putting out videos and content, I couldn't do it for nothing. So what we want to do is back down to 2 videos, and we're going to give this a go. My thought is I have oversaturated my own market, right? By putting out 3 videos a week with not that much content. When we're not building a car, it's really hard to generate 3 good videos. So I'm thinking about going down to 2, and we'll see how that works. If you guys are, continue to watch, then we'll keep that up, and occasionally we'll do 3 as content is there. Now, I've always got something that I want to say, and never think that we don't have content. We do have content. It's a matter of what do I want to share with you at this time, and how can I, do I have time to convey what it is that I want to get across? And a lot of times I don't. So when I'm throwing out a video, like the last video, a talking video about, the Mustang platform, sometimes I feel like it's kind of half-hearted, but it's just because it's based off of I don't have a lot of time. I would love to throw B-roll in for you guys, some music and some epic shots, but I just don't have the time. The message is the same, right? But sometimes it really helps whenever you can take the time to really edit a video nice. But just know that the message is always the same. I'm going to continue to push forward with the message that I've been delivering to you guys. Late to the party. Horseplay motoring in the house. Painting the white GT is my biggest hurdle. Let's see. I'm a nuts and bolts guy. Hoping it turns out good. Yeah. A 10-point list of steps would be great. So, Dave, here's the deal. So, Dave's painting a white, or his GT white. All right. White is the hardest color to paint. You may say black. Black is the easiest color to paint because when you lay your clear coat down, you can see each step, each layer, if you will, of clear coat. On a white car, you better have some really good lighting, and you got to have it placed in the right direction. So white is going to be a little hard to spray. Now, the color itself, not so much, but the clear coat is. So, Dave, if I can give you any tips here, make sure you prep correctly. And what I mean by that is make sure you progress up through your sanding grits the way that you need to. On a white car, you can finish the car out in 400 grit, okay? Finish it out before you actually paint. That's fine. In a high metallic situation, you would want to probably finish in 600 to 800. But finish in about 400 with a wet sand over your primer if that's what you want to do, and you should be good to go. A sealer is good, but be wary of a sealer, okay, using that, because that sealer is only as good as the prep before the sealer. There are direct-to-metal primers now that you can use, and you can paint right over the top of them, okay? That's what I recommend as an overall. Shoot your primer, dust this thing off with some 400 grit, and get after it. But yes, I might do a top 10 tips whenever it comes to painting a car. I would like to see you do a Fox that handles. So here's the deal. I would be doing that for you guys. I wouldn't be doing it for myself because I'm not interested in how they handle. I know that sounds crazy, but if I'm just being honest with you, then this is who I am. And this is why I, through the years, okay, of coming up through all of this, I've always been somewhat of an outcast because I just don't care about certain things that most people do. Big brakes, a car that handles. Your boy Brutal just really don't care. I'm just being honest with you. Not saying that that's wrong, but for me, I could put my money elsewhere. I'm never going to go push a car to its limits that handles good. Is that something that we could cover eventually? Yeah, probably so. And a good handling car, there's something to be said about that. And you can enjoy a good handling car without pushing it to its limits. It's on some mountain road, curvy road. You can definitely tell a difference. But for me, it's not something that I normally gravitate towards. And I've always been a little different when it comes to this shit. Look, I like a good paint job, some nice wheels, the car lowered, and some power. That's pretty much it. I'll forego some aftermarket brakes and some handling, okay? But, if we're just being honest, that's who I am, which I think most of you guys have probably noticed that by now. 351 Windsor. So Fox City asked about that. Man, that's something that we will do at some point. If one of these engines go out in one of these Fox bodies, we'll probably look at a 351. I will say this. As much as I love that Dart Block 347 setup, because it does make power and it's pretty sweet, I'm so scared to tear that car up, right? To have engine problems, because I'm not buying another $2,500 block. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. I'm not doing it. If the damn thing tears up, it's going to have a Windsor in it or either another stock Explorer bottom end. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't see myself doing it because I don't utilize that car in the way that I should for the amount of money that I put into it. I can't justify it. So, yeah, man, a 351 Windsor, absolutely. Look, Neo's got some really good videos. So, Neo Mustangs, I know you guys know who he is, on YouTube has got some really good ideas. He's doing like a 387 stroker right now. That's basically a very, very budget 351 Windsor stroker. So, check him out if you guys are interested in that. It's probably something that we'll look into. Actually, if I'm being honest, we'll probably just throw a set of pistons in one. In a stock bottom end type setup and let it roll. Yes, 351. Everybody loves a 351, man. They're awesome. I mean, I don't know why anybody wouldn't. Yeah, man. So Dave's right. Neo builds some really good stuff. Going back to my channel and what makes it different maybe than everybody else is, you got Neo that builds. I mean, he knows he knows engines. He knows horsepower. He knows the track. He knows the dyno. Like, he's really good at that stuff, transmissions, and you guys can go there and you can get your feel of that. Foxcast. I know everybody thinks that all they do is 5.0 swaps, Coyote swaps, but it's not. But they do kind of specialize in that, and they do some higher end stuff. And he's also very knowledgeable as well. And then you got Gearhead, which he's there showing you guys that he's learning, right? And he's doing stuff. You got Blue Oval Media. I know he's kind of started to veer away from the FOXBODY content maybe as much, but, a beautiful notchback. You got so many people out there, 417 Fox, everybody else, right? But my channel has always been more of a mindset channel. I'll show you the cars, but if you pay attention to my channel, I'm trying to teach you something. There's a message behind the cars. The cars are an avenue to teach you something, to motivate you to be a better person and to push through shit whenever it gets tough. That's what it is. The car's just, like I said, it's just an avenue. Shelby drop on the 65, yes. So 72 SS A body, yes. We are going to do a Shelby drop. We're probably going to go with the Scott Drake 1-inch drop springs, which everything that I've read is probably going to pick this car up because I'm sure the springs are worn out that are on it. We'll probably put the Scott Drake drop springs on it and have to cut a coil. But yeah, we're going to do a Shelby drop on it, and we're going to do the reverse eyelet leaf springs in the back of the car. So, well, Jason, I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Debating if I want to T-top my notch, man. That'd be cool, Anthony. T-topping a car would be badass. I don't have the skill set for that, but if you can pull that off, then absolutely do it, man. What's going on, Paul? I'll be honest, I'm sub to a lot of Mustang channels, but I always gravitate towards yours and Stang Domination. Yeah, that's another Horseplay Motor, and I appreciate you. Stang Domination, man, I love those guys. I love what they do, and I really wish they had more time to get back on YouTube and really do their thing and make a big push, because they, in my opinion, are the essence of just getting after it and getting shit done. I love the way that they work and the stuff that they put out. Man, it's so awesome. It's inspiring, and it sucks that they probably don't know how much that their channel has meant to me and everybody else that's watched them. But I really do love those guys to death. But that's what it's all about, guys. I mean, cars are cars, right? I mean, you can go watch a million channels where they go by the latest, greatest thing, and they're just, I don't know, bragging and everything else. That's cool. And my channel's probably a little too slow and a little too just blasé for most people. But guys, we're here to spread a message, and that's what's important to me. I know we've probably not grown the way that we should, but it's probably due to that. And I go against the grain on a lot of stuff. People get pissed off because I won't do big breakup grades and 5-lug swaps and shit. Not really me, man. You got to do what makes you happy, right? All right, Bama. Deuces. Yeah, man. Dave says they are cool as well. They have the best driveway garage. They do, man. Stang Domination. You guys got to go check them out. I don't know if they're still putting videos out. I hadn't seen anything lately. But, my God, I love that setup that they have in their driveway. It is the coolest, makeshift shop. I'm telling you. There's motivation right there. House of Doula. Yes, of course, man. I always do this every time. There's so many channels out there now. But House of Doula is an OG channel, man. He's been around for a while, and he kills it. I just, I started watching him, pretty much about the time I started my channel. And just the way he does work, he's very meticulous. But he does it out of his garage, man. And that's motivation for me. I'll watch stuff like that, and I'll think, you know what, man? Get off your lazy ass and get outside and go do something. So I showed you guys back here on the 65 earlier where I had started. I was motivated today. I got up, I come out here. I started welding in some little patch panels and stuff like that and ran out of gas. And as soon as I ran out of gas, I ran out of gas. I was like, screw it. I'm just going to take the day off and chill. So that's pretty much what happened to me today. But I've got a video for you guys coming out Monday on the Carbon Fox. And if I had to guess, if you give me about probably 2 weeks, we should really start to ramp things back up again. I don't know what 2023 is going to look like in comparison to the previous years, because we've got to evolve and we've got to change, and I've got to be more true to myself. So I can't really tell you what it's going to look like, but I can tell you that we do have another FOXBODY to pretty much fully restore, guys. And, I want to take my time to really express to you how you go about all this stuff, rather than just doing it and just showing you the finished product, because there's so much that's not talked about when we do these cars, because I feel like it's not important, but ultimately I think it is. So Mustang Guy 6501 says, I'm honestly honored and shocked that you motivated me. So yes, so Mustang Guy 6501, we met at Ford Takeover, and he's got a 65 Mustang. And he really motivated me when I saw this car. I'm like, man, I love it. You guys know that under construction look, right? When you see a car that it doesn't make sense to you. You don't know why you love it so much, but you just love it. Well, his car was that for me. And it really pushed me to get my 65 and start working on it. And it's been one of the best things that I could have done. It's been a slow process, but it's been really good for me. And seeing him out there enjoying his car and just loving it, man, you could find inspiration anywhere in life, anywhere. You just got to open your damn eyes, right? Open your heart, and let those feelings in. I know that may sound silly to you, but we've all seen something like a car or somebody doing work to something that touches you in a way, and you're just like, it inspires you, right? But here's the thing, a lot of us just kind of, push it to the side, and we're like, whatever. I'm open to all that. I see things like that, and his car was that for me, and his demeanor and the way that he was with his car and his love for it, it's a reminder to don't get so caught up in having the prettiest, having the fastest, having any of that. It's the process. It's the car. It's the love. It's the passion. I could go on and on about it, but I'm not. So, yeah, huge shout out to Mustang Guy 6501. He was a huge inspiration for me when it came to the 65 and honestly just the cars in general. So maybe you guys will get to meet him at Ford Takeover as well. If you do a 351 swap, I have an adapter that will allow you to run any 302 intake. Really? Hold on. Are you serious? Hold on. Let me read this. So I don't know what your name is. SVRAN. So, really? That's interesting, man. I don't know. Is that like something you could buy? Or is it something that you made? That's pretty damn cool, man. Email me on that. Email me at brutalvlogs@gmail.com and talk to me about that. Yeah, man, bring it. Love the content. Thank you so much, Bruce. I appreciate it. Right on, you said it. Yeah, I'm just an advocate for it. I harp on it so much on the channel, and I don't think a lot of people understand why I harp on it so much. Look, I have watched people be laughed at, ridiculed over the years, written off because they either didn't have the money, they didn't have the nice car, they didn't have any of that. That's, I almost dropped the F-bomb. That's effing life. That's the way it is. Now, in your neck of the woods, it might not have been that way, but in my neck of the woods, it was. It was all about, who had the most money, who was the most popular, who was this, who was that. And I'm sitting back and I'm looking at, wow, that was loud. I'm looking at these cars that these guys had, or whatever it was in life that they had. And I'm like, man, that's cool as hell. Why is nobody giving them respect on what it is that they've done? Instead, they just want to ridicule. They just want to laugh and say, oh, so-and-so, piece of shit car or whatever. And I'm like, that's a cool car. That's why I'm like I am. That's why we push through on this channel. I can't stand that shit. And I will fight you tooth and nail if you're one of those people who treats others that way because of either what they have or what they don't have. It's not cool, man. I don't like it, and I will continue to fight against that. So, yeah, you're going to see a lot more of that coming up. But it's a big thing because now you may not realize it because maybe you've never had anybody treat you that way, or either you didn't notice it. More than likely, you can't read the room and you've not ever noticed that people feel a certain way about what it is that you do or your choices in life. Now, it's a good thing because you don't have to worry about it. But for some people, it truly bothers them. And you got to have that reminder that it's okay to be you, be whoever the hell you are and what you like or whatever. So that's why we're here. Check your Gmail. I have a stainless steel Shelby drop template to send you. Okay, yes, that's cool. So 72 SSA body. Yeah, because I was going to have to order one of those. So yeah, that's cool, man. I can use that for the Shelby drop. What if I'm the fastest on my street, even though no one else lives on my street, Justin? Hey, well, I mean, you're a big fish in a little pond, man. So the driving videos, okay. So Lewis, we do need to do some more driving videos. I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna figure out the GoPro. I had the head mount on the Calypso, but those seats sit up so high, and I'm a short guy. I'm only 5'8", but those seats basically put me up into the roof of the car, and it just didn't work out the best. So I'm going to do some figuring on that, and I want to get you guys some more head mount videos in these cars, maybe some draggy stuff. As you all know, I'm not big on like getting out and necessarily drag racing the cars, but I know you want that, and I do appreciate it, and I do love it. So yeah, we're going to do a little bit more of that coming up. I promise you guys that. When I pay for the build, I don't care what anyone thinks. Okay, so Kane for Life 75. Now, this is a really good example of comments that I get, and I'm not picking on you by any means, and I appreciate what you're saying, but guys, hear me out. So when I pay for the build, I don't care what anyone thinks. It's my project. Now, that is the correct way to think of it. But here's the reality, and this is what I don't think you guys understand as a whole. It's not that way for everybody. It's just not. I have seen people struggle. They want to pretend like things don't bother them, but it does bother them. I'm the voice in the back of your head. I'm the reminder to tell you that it's okay. That shit doesn't matter. Some of you, like you, can do it and it's no problem. But for other people, they really struggle with it. They may pretend like shit doesn't bother them with the elitist and this and that, or people telling them you got to have whatever. I'm here to remind you that it doesn't matter. Guys, we're all here to have fun in life. You know, build our cars, do whatever the hell we want to do, and enjoy them. So, yeah, Kane, it's obviously, you understand what I'm saying. This is not geared towards you. But that type of comment right there is something that I see a lot of times. And I feel like the people who struggle with stuff often are just like, well, I'm not going to say anything because I shouldn't feel the way that I feel. I should not care. But when you do care and you can't get it out and shit bothers you, there you go. Let's see. Mustang Guy 6501 says, I'm broke. But I want to ride, so I'm riding a 3.8 V6 right now. I mean, that's life. You guys get what I'm saying? You drive or ride whatever the hell you want to do. Here's the thing. Did you hear what he said? Mustang Guy 6501, not to call you out and put you on blast, but he put it there in front of everybody. He says he's broke right now. He can't fix what he needs to fix, so he's riding around on a 3.8. I love, like, this guy has been such an inspiration to me. And look, you see what I'm saying? You don't have to be an inspiration to me, or for you to be an inspiration to me. I don't give a shit what you drive, how much money you make, or any of that. It's all about your mental state, all right? And how you carry on in life. And I love the way that guy does it. So, Dave says, I'm on the hunt. Oh, yeah. So Lewis says that I wish I hadn't sold my 87 SVO. Yeah. 87? They didn't make a SVO on 87. 86, I'm sure is what you meant. All right, guys, look, I'm going to go ahead and go inside. Wow, this is turned into a, I don't know. You guys appreciate videos like this where I just ramble and I got so much that goes through my head. I just end up repeating myself a million times, but I mean well. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. I will see you guys Monday for our video on the Carbon Fox. And as always, Happy New Year.